either that was really good acting or that's a stunt gone wrong and he just broke his neck. What's up, movie lovers? I'm your host Joss and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Hang out with me till the end of this video and I'll do some comment shoutouts. We all love watching dangerous stunts being performed in movies, right? But do you ever think about the people who are actually performing them? It's common these days that actors will do some of their own stunts, potentially risking their life on set. And then there's other actors who just have really bad luck on set and end up in the hospital even without a stunt scene. Which is why today I'm sharing the top 10 actors who almost died on set. Starting us off at number 10 is Jackie Chan. A lot of actors use stunt doubles when performing their stunts or dangerous scenes, but not this man. Chan is known to be one of the best martial artists, and you better believe he does all his stunts on his own. This would explain why he's on our list of actors who almost died on set. While filming the 1986 action film Armor of God, Chan experienced a really serious injury. A fractured skull. One of the scenes in the film required him to jump from a wall to a tree, and since he does his own stunts, he went for it. While the first take went fine, the second one was a disaster. During the jump, he fell 25 feet and smacked his head on a rock. The accident required him to have immediate brain surgery and left him with a hole in his skull that he now covers with a plastic plug. Gross. Talk about a rough landing. At number 9 we have Tom Hanks. His injury didn't happen by performing his own stunts, but actually came from a total accident. We all get a little clumsy sometimes. While filming the action-adventure drama Castaway, Hanks almost died from what seems to be a common injury, a cut on his leg. While he was filming, he happened to accidentally cut his leg, but it only got worse as it became really infected. The infection was so bad that he ended up having to spend 3 days in the hospital. It turns out he was suffering from a staph infection, and if it wasn't treated as quickly as it was, he could have died. Luckily he was okay and filming continued 3 weeks later, but what a close call. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Isla Fisher. This girl performed her own stunt in the movie Now You See Me, which put her in a life-threatening position. The movie follows the story of a team of illusionists named the Four Horsemen who pull off nearly impossible stunts. Isla Fisher was one of these illusionists, and one scene required her character to perform a magic trick in a water tank while being chained. I'm probably calling in a body double for this one, but not Fisher, who ended up getting stuck underwater for close to 3 minutes and nearly drowned. How did this happen, you ask? During the magic act, she was supposed to pretend she was drowning in the tank of water. Unfortunately for her, she was really drowning. The crew didn't pull her out sooner because they thought she was acting. She was able to free herself from the chains in time to escape, just like a real magician. Thankfully, she was alright, but she probably didn't want to do another take of that scene. At number 7 on our list is the one and only Johnny Depp. Surprisingly, his life-threatening experience didn't come from being a drunk pirate in open water. It actually came from the movie The Lone Ranger. Everyone's favorite pirate played Tonto in the remake of the movie. Tonto is a Native American who performs in a sideshow carnival tent. During a scene where Johnny Depp is riding his horse, his saddle came loose and Johnny was left dangling from the horse until he was eventually thrown off. It wasn't until he was on the ground where he got trampled by the animal's back legs, completely bruising the actor's torso. Luckily, he was able to free himself from the horse before getting kicked in the face. Depp was in pain but remained in good spirits after the incident. No surprise there. What a legend. Swiping the number 6 spot is Jamie Alexander, another actress who almost died on set. Not only was she close to death, but she was only moments away from even being paralyzed. While she was working on Thor: The Dark World back in 2012, she tumbled down a metal staircase that had been soaking wet from the rain. This wasn't just a few steps, this was a full staircase, and her injuries speak to that. When describing the incident, Jamie said, "I slipped a disc in my spine and chipped 11 of my vertebrae." She also dislocated her shoulder and tore a rhomboid muscle, so all in all, a pretty bad spill. Her injuries healed and she was back to set a month later, thrilled not to have been paralyzed or even worse, dead. Halfway through the list at number 5 is Kate Winslet. She suffered from multiple injuries during the filming of the historical Titanic, one of them being a severe case of pneumonia which she came down from after filming her water scenes. Yes, they filmed the scenes in cold temperatures to portray realistic reactions and emotions. A little too realistic if you ask me, like surely there was a better way of capturing those moments. Kate also stared death in the face during the scene when her and co-star Leonardo DiCaprio are running away from a giant wave inside the ship. While filming this moment, her dress got caught on the gate she was running past and she was pulled under the water. What a terrifying experience that would be. Apparently she wasn't the only one facing injuries during this movie though. Several actors were injured while shooting the famous sinking ship scene. The injuries range from broken bones to ruptured organs. This whole filming experience sounds like a complete nightmare. Here we are at number 4 with actor Michael J. Fox. While shooting Back to the Future Part 3, he came incredibly close to dying on set. This movie was the final chapter of the story and it was almost Fox's final chapter as well. During a scene in which his character Marty McFly is hung by the neck, Fox offered to perform it without a box beneath his feet to make it more realistic. There's your first mistake, but I appreciate the effort of trying to be authentic about it. But this meant that his hand placement within the rope's noose would have to be exactly right. Turns out it wasn't. He miscalculated it and ended up choking himself to the point where he actually passed out unconscious. Luckily, someone noticed that he was really unconscious and rushed to get him down. You gotta appreciate the risk these actors take, but damn, in order to keep acting, you need to remain alive. At number 3 we have Jennifer Lawrence, who is famously known for her role in The Hunger Games, which happens to be the movie set where she almost lost her life. While filming the first movie all the way back in 2003, the actress was only 23 years old and was reportedly in danger of choking to death. One scene required Lawrence to be in a closed tunnel that would eventually have smoke dispersed into it. During the scene, the fog machine broke and began filling the tunnel with smoke at a very rapid pace. A source described the incident by saying, "Filming came to an abrupt halt when this fog machine broke and began spewing so much dense smoke during a tunnel sequence that Jennifer literally disappeared from sight. It was horrifying." Luckily, directors were quick to yell at the crew to turn off the smoke machine and get big fans running through the tunnel so they could get Jennifer out of it. She came out choking and gagging and suffered from nausea and vertigo for days following the accident. Thank God she was okay though, because I love those movies. Hopping into our number 2 spot is Margaret Hamilton, also known as the Wicked Witch of the West in the classic 1939 film The Wizard of Oz. The witch was definitely wicked, but she definitely didn't deserve a life-threatening incident to occur during filming. A scary moment occurred for Hamilton when her character was supposed to disappear in a cloud of smoke through a trap door before fiery jets were turned on. Fiery jets? That doesn't sound safe at all. However, when they were filming the scene, the trap door failed to open. She was caught in the midst of the smoke and fiery jets and was left with 2nd and 3rd degree burns on her hands and her face. The tragedy forced the actress to stop working for 6 weeks until she was healed. Here we are at number 1 with George Clooney, who almost died on the set while filming Syriana. This injury was so bad that it had the actor contemplating suicide, so he said. The accident happened during a scene where Clooney's character was getting beat up. He was tied to a chair which happened to get pushed over, causing him to hit his head. Seems like just a little bump, right? But it actually bruised his brain in the process. It was so bad that spinal fluid was leaking from his nose. He had several different operations done before the pain subsided. The aftermath of the injury left Clooney with constant pain and headaches that were so brutal he debated, and I quote, "Well, you'll have to kill yourself at some point, you can't live like this." I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say we're upset that he had to go through that, but we are sure happy that he's stuck around. I shared with you 10 different ways that people almost died. How about we get onto something a little happier? I'm going to respond to some comments from my last video, Top 10 Dark Toy Story Fan Theories. Tanya Mouse says, "Jocelyn, you're pretty, and I like your shirt. Where'd you get it?" And I believe the Andy's dad theory. Thank you, Tanya. That shirt I got from my mom, I think. She either gave it to me or I stole it from her closet. Sorry, Mom. Beth Wilmeth says, "Wow, that's crazy. I won't be showing this to my kids or my nieces or nephews because I don't want to ruin their childhood memories, although I love this video and will continue to watch all the videos that you post." Good idea, Beth. Those theories probably should have been rated PG-13. Norman Reyes says, "There goes my childhood memories." I'm so sorry, those are not my theories, I just bring the bad news. Joy Moffat says, "I don't like Toy Story if you don't like Toy Story." Well, I love Toy Story, so does that mean that you love Toy Story? Don't forget to leave a comment on this video at the chance to be featured in my next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.